It was early morning when I noticed something unusual on the ranch road leading to my property. Karen, true to her pattern of overreach, had planted illegal spikes across the entrance to block my driveway. Her goal, as she had told the HOA members nearby, was to control traffic and enforce community access rules. What she didn't realize was that a high-profile motorcade was en route, a convoy carrying the governor and several state officials, and her reckless stunt was about to backfire spectacularly. I first spotted the spikes through the ranch security cameras. They were small but lethal, arranged in a pattern designed to puncture tires and prevent vehicles from entering or exiting. Karen was standing nearby, smugly watching, unaware that my property was not only heavily monitored but also legally fortified. I activated the PA system across the ranch. "Karen, this is private property. You are committing a criminal act by placing spikes on my driveway. Remove them immediately or law enforcement will be contacted and charges will be filed." Karen, of course, ignored the warning. She waved at passing HOA members, claiming that she was exercising community oversight and had the authority to block my property. Meanwhile, I called the local sheriff's office and informed them of the situation, providing live camera footage and precise GPS coordinates of the spikes. Moments later, the motorcade appeared in the distance, unaware of the danger ahead. I calmly intercepted the lead vehicle and guided it safely around the spikes while deputies were dispatched. Karen's face turned pale as she realized that her attempt to assert control had put herself, others, and even law enforcement in jeopardy. When the deputies arrived, Karen tried to explain her actions, claiming that she had rights through the HOA. The deputies immediately documented her trespassing, placement of illegal spikes, and the potential danger to the motorcade. Her argument collapsed entirely under the weight of law and common sense. I stepped out, holding my property deeds and legal documentation, ensuring that every detail was visible to the deputies. "Ma'am," I said calmly, "you are trespassing and committing a dangerous act on private property. You have endangered lives and misused HOA authority. Any further attempts will result in criminal charges." Karen stammered, trying to protest, but the deputies were thorough. They photographed the spikes, recorded her statements, and filed a report detailing the trespassing and endangerment. My security footage had captured her placing the spikes, standing nearby, and boasting to other HOA members, creating an airtight case. By the time the situation was resolved, Karen had been escorted off the property, and the spikes were safely removed. The HOA board was notified immediately, and Karen's privileges were permanently revoked. The motorcade continued safely, none the wiser to the potential catastrophe that had been narrowly avoided. Neighbors who witnessed the event were astounded. Karen had thought her illegal spikes would control traffic and intimidate me, but instead, she had created a criminal record for herself and faced immediate law enforcement consequences. Her attempt to assert HOA control had failed spectacularly, leaving her humiliated, legally exposed, and without any authority over my property. Karen had thought planting spikes would assert HOA authority. Instead, she endangered lives, triggered law enforcement documentation, and faced permanent revocation of HOA privileges, all while my property and the motorcade remained fully protected. Karen tried to manipulate the HOA to block access to my driveway. Instead, she learned firsthand that rogue HOA members cannot interfere with private property or public safety without facing immediate legal and personal consequences.